I'll show you how you can increase your conversion rates from your cold leads to turning them into warm by up to 381%. And yes, these percentages are coming from Harvard, not me. So I'll show you this simple thing, which most likely you're not doing because you're trying to overcomplicate and look for the next shiny object to increase those KPIs and turn those cold leads into warm ones. But it's just so dummy simple, even a 5-year-old could do it. So let me show you, I'll explain all about it. It's called warm calling. Most likely you have heard of it. All that is just dialing up the leads that you have. Most people, when they're on the phone, they're much more likely to answer your questions, and then you can do a small little discovery call on them just to make sure they're even qualified. So I'll explain all about it. I'm going to give you a script that I use, and I'll show you what we used in CropReach as well. Now that you understand what warm calling is, how do you prepare for it, and what is the basic structure of it? Okay, so obviously you need to research into the prospect with previous interactions. So anything that could be email, social media, referrals, because this is the only way you can differentiate a warm call versus a cold call. And the reason you want to do this is, let's say you're running a cold email campaign and you're getting 300 replies per day, but only about 60 of these are positive, but most of them are not going to book, right? So what do you do in this case? Usually you get about like a 5 to 6 people actually booking from these positive replies. But if you actually call these people up, all these 60 people, which might take you like an hour or two, which is absolutely fine, you're going to double or triple the amount of bookings that you're having just by simply calling them up and then confirming an appointment on the phone. So instead of 5 to 6 calls, you could have up to 18 calls a day, which is crazy. From the same leads, same campaign, just by having done some little research. So they might have had a question on the email thread, the WhatsApp thread, whatever you reached out to them. Most likely it is that you're doing cold emails. Just make sure you, number one, get their phone numbers and get them to remember the previous interaction that you had with them. So it might be that they asked something about the pricing. It might be that they wanted to have some more case studies. And then you can mention this when you call them up, and then they remember this, and then you can take the conversation from there, and then you can start going through the structure, which I'll show you in just a sec. Another point is like, have a specific reason for the call, right? Like just that's the whole point. Like the reason I'll show you is obviously you want to book them into a call, but the big underlying aspect behind that is obviously you want to qualify them, make sure you can help them with whatever services that you're doing. So how the structure is built, it's very simple. It's got 3 stages: an opener, a bridge to value, and finally an engagement and call to action. So an opener could be something like, "Hey John, this is Sabo calling from Scaling Room. We've connected before through an email, a LinkedIn post. How's everything going?" Right? And then they start to remember, okay, yeah, I actually did hear about this guy before. What's up? And then you need to bridge the actual value, the reason for the call. The reason I'm calling is that based on our last interaction, I thought it might make more sense to connect. We help specific outcome. And you can mention whatever it is that you do here. And don't worry, I'm going to show you a 30-second pitch framework that you can just take it back to your business and then start calling up your leads starting today. Next is just the final point to bridge the actual call is the engagement and the call to action. So the point is, I'd love to catch up for 10 minutes to explore how we can help. What's your availability this week? Obviously, these are just like the main points of it. So I'll show you all of this in more detail. Some best practices you should always keep in mind. Just keep it conversational, it's not scripted. You don't need to go always A to Z through the whole script because it's going to sound robotic. It's going to sound scripted. It's going to sound off. You want to make it sound like you're talking to an actual friend and not just selling them something, right? You actually want to find out whether or not you can help them. And if you can, just try to bridge the gap into them booking a call with you to see how you can discuss this further. And reference the past interaction early. Otherwise, if you do not, I have to stress this a lot, because if you do not mention past interaction, your call is just going to be like any other cold call, and you don't want that to happen. Be direct and also just friendly. Some common mistakes you can avoid. Again, sound like any other cold call. That way you will get ignored. And the easy way to, again, just avoid that is just reference the previous conversation, because at that point they already seem interested. Stop rambling and get to the point don't waste their time. Don't push too hard. The warm calls should feel natural. So final points, warm calls have higher conversion rates than cold calls. And I think really you should just be focusing on warm calls instead of cold calls. If you want to get high quality numbers, it's going to make economically more sense to do it in just for the warm calls. And if you're doing lots of volume for cold email like you should be doing, if you have a good decent amount of TAM, there's really no way why you should not be doing this. If you need something like a tracker, we do have one. So if you want this, just join the Discord and just message me. I'll give it to you for free. Come and subscribe to the newsletter, and I think it's there as well. I always upload, well, at least most of the lead magnets we give away for free. You can come here, you can view your stats here. So for example, right now it's Disarm, and let's say it's the sheet, right? Like on the left side, you're gonna see, as you can see, there's like a barrier here just to nicely distinguish between the actual information and what happened on the call. The left side is the information for the person, right side is what's going to happen on the call. Response date, let's say I'm logging in someone who was interested. Time zone, I could just put my own, and I'm just going to put Jeremy Clarkson for those of you that know. Top Gear, title is host, company Top Gear, obviously not BBC it was, but Jeremy topgear.com. Just making up some stuff. All right, and let's see for a number. You log in the number and the conversation. So Jeremy asked about the price for the new Lambo, right? Jeremy likes cars. You're a car salesman. Let's just say this is the sheet that you're using, right? Now, what you do is obviously you log in a ton of these, not just Jeremy, but a whole bunch of these, right? You just take your time and you call up a batch at a time. So let's say I want to call up these guys. As you can see in the sheet, it's all red. Why is it red? It's because you haven't called them up yet. So what you want to do is just say today's 12th of right now, it's 11th. So let's say that we call them up today. What was the outcome? There's a few options you could choose. Booked, interested, callback, voicemail, not interested, wrong number, unavailable. So for example, number is unavailable, wrong number, I just put these. If I called up Jeremy, he was not interested, I just put it. If he went to voicemail, I just put it there as voicemail. If we had a call, but Jeremy said to call back, I put call back. Was interested, obviously booked. And we have some notes here if you need help with that. Obviously, like pick up, yes, call back, no, pitched, yes, objection, let's say budget constraints, and then booked a call for, let's say we ended up calling him and he booked a call for the 15th, right? That could happen. So in this case, you would log it into another tracker, but this is just specifically for warm calling, and then you would go through the whole list like this. Obviously, it's not going to look like this. Most of it is going to go voicemail, wrong number, not interested. You know, you get the point, right? So it's going to look something like this, and then that's it. You know, you have unlocked a new way by which you can get up to 381% of your existing lukewarm leads into actual booked appointments, and finally some clients. I promised you this, and I'll give you this as well. If you want the documents, again, message me on Discord, I'll give it to you. So this is the pitch framework that we use always for calling. So it's a 30-second pitch framework. It's very, very simple. The reason this works really well is because you can hire people to do it who have no experience, basically, and it gets straight to the point and works almost 90% of the time. And the goal is, don't make it too complicated. You want to go through these 4 parts: the opener, the pitch, the structure, and the close. You want to go through all of these. You want to introduce what you're doing, why you're calling, and the whole reason for the call, right? And then if it makes sense, the next step. But if you cannot go through these in 30 seconds, you're most likely cucked, right? So number 1, the opener. You need to immediately disarm the prospect, and we talked about this. You could just mention that, hey, we had a previous interaction, that's the reason for the call, and here's just some example. These are most for cold calls, like this first one is just for cold call, but you can just really just take the previous interactions and just use this as a cold call, a warm call template, whatever it is that you want to do. Obviously, if you're doing this for warm calling, you can just mention the previous interaction. It just works really, really well. Next is the pitch. Problem, solution, and the differentiation. You can take this for both cold and warm calling. Once you get the permission to pitch, you must quickly identify a common pain point with your prospect. I typically work with XYZ who struggle with problem. What we do is solution so that they can get to desired outcome. So for example, a good example would be, typically I work with gym owners who struggle to consistently book quality sales calls. What we do is we provide pre-qualified leads that show up ready to buy so they can scale their memberships effortlessly. Why this works is just quickly identifies the problem the prospect relates to. You also introduce your solution and you differentiate yourself from the market just by getting straight to the point as well. At this point, they can decide if they're interested or not, but you got your point across. So what most people do when they call up a prospect is hey, I'm calling for XYZ, is this a good time to call? How's the weather like today? And they just don't give a shit. Most of them don't have the time to speak to you about this. If you just introduce what you do, why you do it, how you do it, then they might have some sort of interest, right? Of course, not all of them is going to turn into a call, but let's say again, you get 60 positive replies. I can pretty much guarantee that you're going to book 20% of those. So that's 12 calls a day into actual sales calls. If you call everyone up, if you have just this simple conversation, it's going to work very nice. So finally, before we go to the close, the structure, just keep the control. So after you pitch, don't pause for too long or give too much room for rejection. The key is to keep the conversation going. So if they hesitate to respond, just basically you can ask them like a mini question or like a mini close. Like, does that sound like something you're dealing with right now, Michael? Or I'm guessing that isn't an issue for you, right? Would it be worth, obviously this is a little bit more pushy, would it be worth a quick 15-minute chat to see if this could work for you? And finally, the close, give options, create urgency, and confirm the commitment. So options is, I'm available Thursday 10 a.m. or Friday 2 p.m. Which would you prefer? Create urgency. My schedule is pretty packed right now, so if you want to lock in a spot, if anything changes, we can just always adjust. Just let's have something booked on the calendar, right? Confirm the commitment. Yeah, great. I'll send you a calendar invitation right now. Can you just confirm it went through? Oh, yeah. Why this works, right? It just gives them a choice. It's basically like an open-ended question, like when works for you, as opposed to, do you even want to talk? And then at that point, if they really don't want to, they just can say like, hey, I don't want to talk. Obviously, you're not going to go through all prospects up until the close part. Most times you're going to get to pitch, and then they're gonna hang up, they're gonna say no. That's gonna happen most of the times, like 80% of the time, but that's okay. The whole reason is, this is a numbers game. The more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it, and also the better conversions you're gonna get. So it could be that you call up 10 people and all of them say no, but the next 5, they all book a call. You cannot predict this. And yeah, finally, practice. Your tonality also matters. And you can just adjust on the fly. You don't need to, stress about your sales script. You don't need to like go follow your sales script every single time, because you just need to adopt on the fly. And if you want my exact script, I'm not gonna go through it, but this is the one we used for crop reach when we were cold calling and warm calling. You can just pause the video here. I'm gonna go through each section. You can pause it, you can take a screenshot, you can put it into your AI system and get the text back from it. Or if you just want the document, I'm not gonna keep repeating this, but just DM me on Discord, you could have it. And here you go. Basically 2 pages, right? 3 pages, but 4 points. Just an intro, personalized intro, transition, appointment setting, and just book the call. And if you're wondering like what phones we use, we just generally use QO. It's very decent, costs like $20 for unlimited US calling. And I think messaging as well. Messaging has some limits, but so if you're sending like a couple hundred messages per month, that is kind of included. This is quite a good software. This looks like iMessage for those Apple users. Basically, you could do whatever you want. You can send messages, you can call them, and then the AI takes notes. It's very nice. I'm not affiliated by them. This is just what we used after Skype closed. If you want to use it, feel free to. If you want the information, the trackers, everything, you know where to find it. And with that in mind, I hope you're going to do this, like genuinely, because you can increase up to by almost 400% your conversion. So if you're booking just from 60 positive replies, Oh, that looks terrible. So if you're just booking from 60 positive replies, let's say just like 4 to 5 calls, you can easily increase this to 10 to 12. And that's a major difference by not doing that much more of a work. The big work is actually getting people to respond to you and be interested, right? So that's it. I hope you got some value, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.